Well, good morning. There's some light on here actually. Is it working? It is. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Got a little short video for you today, and I think it's quite important. But before we do that, I'm just gonna get the kettle out and put a coffee on for myself. Just bear with me a second. Because it's now, what time is it? What time is it, everybody? I don't know what time it is. Hang on a second. Alright. First and foremost in the morning, kettle, coffee. Yes, that's what we need in the morning. Kettle, coffee. So, it's now, what time is it? I'm gonna put my card in at 5. It's 10 to 5 in the morning. And you've probably already had a slight glimpse at this video and looked at the title. It's not a long video, but I think it's an important topic to bring up briefly in the morning or at any time of the day. But I went home last night. I went home last night to see my daughter and my wife, and the reason I've decided to record this video this morning is purely because I think for morale in the industry, for morale as a driver, for morale in a company, because the driver's at the front end of the company, the face of the company, I think it's very important for drivers to get home to see their loved ones at least once a week, or occasionally throughout the week. Not every week. I'm not saying every week has to happen. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday I actually managed to get home. It was only Monday. Some will say, "Oh, you're a tramper. Why are you going home on a Monday?" And some people will say that. But I think as a tramper, any opportunity you get to go home and see your loved ones during the week, I think is a very, very important thing to do. I actually started at 3:30 AM early hours of Monday morning, and I finished about, well, I clocked up at 4 PM yesterday. I had a local reload not too far from the yard. It made more sense for me just to go back to the yard, park up the lorry for the night. It's a secure site, the load's secure, etc. It was early, there was no traffic for me to get home. I decided to go home and see my family, see my wife and see my daughter. And I can't tell you how much of a difference that makes, not only in my life and for my happiness, but for their happiness as well. And to get home to see your family during the week as a tramper, really, I mean, some people, I want to say softens the blow so much. It sounds a bit extreme, that, but it really plays a positive, it has a positive impact on your family life, I believe. And I do believe that if every transport company, not that obviously me going home yesterday was planned by me or anything like that, it's just the way the workload turns out to be, and if you have an opportunity, you take it. And I think if every transport company had that in mind, where a tramper could just get home for one night through the week, not every week like I said, but occasional weeks, to see their family, I think it has a real positive effect on the happiness of the driver, the happiness of your loved ones, the happiness of your job, and everyone's happy. So happy driver, happy workforce, happy wife, happy life. Everyone's a winner. And I just think, you know, I went home last night and my daughter was so happy to see me last night. You know, it really does, you know, make you think, and it really does make you smile. It really does. My daughter understands what I do for a living now. She's getting older. She knows what I do. When I go home, she's so grateful to see her dad. I'm so grateful to see her, and my wife is the same. And it has a massive, massive positive impact on me and on everybody, basically. Put this kettle on, 2 seconds. So what I'm saying is, if that could be the case, in case you're wondering what sort of coffee I drink, sorry guys, I mean, a lot of people spend a lot of money on the roads on coffee. I have the Intense Noir, rich and aromatique, and that's what I have from, I can't even pronounce it. It sounds French to me. And I have soy milk, high protein soy milk for my coffee, in case you're wondering. Bit of a healthier choice if you ask me. Cow's milk isn't the greatest for me, so I put a bit of that in there, or a lot of that in there. I like it milky. Yeah, so I really think it's a real positive thing, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to record this morning. It's only a 10-minute video, whatever it is, but I think it's so important to mention it on a video, and I hope that you agree with me. I mean, is there any drivers out there, if you're a tramper yourself, do you ever get an opportunity to go home and see your family during the week? Would you like to? If you could, would it really help with your home life, and would it make you happier to just break up that week a little bit rather than sleep in the truck all week? Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I might be completely wrong. Who's that? Sorry. Alright. I might be completely wrong. You might love living out the truck, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind living out the truck. You know, my truck is very cozy, very homely. I've made it homely and I've made it cozy as much as I can. But how does that make you feel? And I'd like to know in the comments below, the box below, on what your view is on maybe, you know, in this industry. Yes, you know, tramping's been going on for many, many years, decades, long time, way before I was born, of course. But times have changed. I believe times have changed, and times are changing. And I do believe, and I firmly believe in this, if drivers had the opportunity to see their loved ones at least once a week, during the course of a week, I believe companies would hold on to their drivers a lot more, because like I said, it's all about the driver being happy. If the driver's happy, as long as they're back in work the next day for work, if the driver's happy, their home life is happy, the company's happy, everyone's a winner, because the company keep hold of their drivers a lot more, because their morale is there, they're smiling, they're happy, and you've got a strong workforce. You're not having a high turnover of drivers. Now, the reason why I say high turnover of drivers isn't because I'm speaking from personal experience, but from speaking to other drivers on the road. You know, I know people that work in other companies who I speak to, and their turnover is huge, and it comes down to drivers not being happy. I'm not saying it's about their home life, because some drivers don't want to be at home. It's purely down to pay, maybe, or just being messed around, I don't know. But I do believe it's a really important factor in everyone's happiness, is maybe seeing your loved ones during the week whenever you can, because sometimes it can come to Wednesday or Thursday and your morale can be low in this job. It really can be, and you've had enough for 1 week, and if you had that chance to get a reload close to your yard or something, and I know in this industry it's not always possible, because it's just where the work is where you go. I get all that, but if the opportunity is there, I think it's very important. And you know, I'm very grateful I got home last night, and I know I'm not doing this video to boast or to brag about, oh, I got home. Absolutely not. I'm just recording it because I think it's an important message for us drivers to it's the little things that count, is what I'm trying to say. And if you're a driver, would that help you? And I think if companies think about that a bit more, I think it'll make it go a long way for companies, and go a long way in terms of keeping morale high in a company, in a workforce as well. That way the company, you know, strives. It really does, because the drivers are the front line of everything. It's like a sales force. your sales team. You're not a company without your sales team. In this industry, your company won't earn the money and revenue if you're constantly turning over drivers all the time. You've got to keep them happy, and I think this is just a small part of the cake, if you like. So yeah, that's my view on it. I thought I'd record this very quickly. I got 2 minutes before I put my taco in. I just want to record this 10-minute video or so before I start my day. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to me today. I hope this video maybe sends a message out there. Hopefully companies might see it. If it's something you want to share, feel free to share, because I record this because, you know, it's to help others, but also I can relate to it as well. That's why I record it. So yeah, I hope it helps, and who knows what the future holds. But comment below. I want to hear your views on this and what you think, what should change in this industry, the haulage and distribution industry, for haulage companies, transport companies. What would make a workforce what would make a workforce happier, so companies would keep hold of their workforce in the long term and have a happy workforce? Because one thing I've noticed in this industry, I would say 95% of drivers aren't happy, and I'm sure there's a number of reasons why behind that, not just about pay, and that's why I'm doing this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for your time. If this is the first time you've been to this video, give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you very shortly on the road. Take care. Bye bye for now.